on the eastern shores, where I'll wait and watch the water rise up and swallow me whole.
Hey, you know what? I'm so happy to have people like you guys kind of holding me to it and interested to know what the result was. Let's talk a little bit about Pawpaws, huh? So a lot of you guys know that I participated in a collab with Bill over at Hop Farms and a whole bunch of other people. There's a lot of channels. I will put a list of them all down below for you guys. And what it was Bill sent out a bunch of Paw Paw seeds to see if we could germinate our Paw Paw seeds in our different areas of the country. And well, unfortunately, we did not have very much luck. I had tried to plant a couple in the ground here, but as you can see, there is nothing there. We had no luck getting any to sprout out here. Now, I have been fascinated by the Paw Paw for quite a few years now. In fact, I actually have 2 trees that I've been nurturing, and they're kind of spooky scary right now because, well, you guys, it's late in fall. So I will put up a really good footage of what they look like when they're fully leafed out, and very, very awesome looking trees. Now, there's a lot of cool things about the Paw Paw tree that a lot of other fruit trees can't claim. For one, the Paw Paw is actually the largest native fruit tree, or tree fruit, in North America. It's native to here, you know. It's not imported. A lot of other things have been imported, like apples, pears, all that kind of stuff, all imported, where these are native. So that's a really cool thing to me. So if you don't know a lot about pawpaws, they're actually really cool. They grow kind of like the understory, but they do get really tall. They can get like 30 to 40 feet tall, right? And then obviously they become the top canopy of the forest. But all those years up until that point, what they do is they grow as an understory tree. And it takes them a long time to fruit, guys. It's like 5 to 8 years, somewhere around there, to fruit. And now I have 2 that I have planted. One I started from seed, and one I started from a seedling, and they happened in the first year. So one's in 3 year, one's in year 4, and no fruit. Not even close yet, so. But there's something cool that they are very, very good at the shade. They adapt well to being in that shade, that understory. And another thing that a lot of fruit trees have a real problem with is being planted near a black walnut. Here is a black walnut. If you guys don't know anything about black walnuts, they're a tree. They're pretty much everywhere, right? So black walnuts have this thing that they give off. I'm going to say it wrong. I'm going to say jungalone. I have no idea how you say it, but what it is a toxin, right? So their roots kind of go out, give off this toxin, and most trees struggle with that. Most fruiting trees will not grow next to a black walnut tree unless you're growing a pawpaw. Those suckers, they don't have any worries about jungalone. They don't care. They will grow by black walnuts. They're one of the very, very few fruit trees that actually will survive in that condition. So thumbs up to Paw Paw. So actually, here's the seeds that I got from Bill. A few of them that I found. I grew a couple in some pots. They didn't do well either because, well, the squirrels ended up digging all throughout there. So you can see I got 4, and none of those sprouted for me. Now the thing with Paw Paw seeds is that they're a lot like the Paw Paw fruit. They do not travel well at all. So Paw Paw fruit, one of the reasons you don't see it in the store and all that is because it bruises, it just gets really mushy, it doesn't store or travel very well. So you don't see people like boxing it up and shipping it out or anything like that, which is why you don't really see it. And another fun fact for you, pawpaws are common in 26 states in the continental United States of America. So 26 of our states grow them very easily, wild pawpaws just all over. Most of those states are on the east side of the mighty Mississippi River. So there you go. 5 to 8 is the zone that they grow in usually. They're kind of like a tropical fruit, and you know, they got the nickname the poor man's banana because they have like a custardy banana type texture to them. Now, mind you, this is all coming from a guy who's actually never tasted a real pawpaw, but I've had jams and jellies, and it is said that a lot of cooks put a real high prize on some pawpaw fruits. They really, really like to incorporate that exotic type flavor into those jellies, those jams, those dessert kind of dishes. There's even a lot of places out there who are making like beers, you know, ales, IPAs, using the pawpaw. So the flavor is very diverse and very sought after, really. So like I was saying, the Pawpaw seed is a lot like the Pawpaw fruit. It doesn't travel well. Doesn't make it very far outside of its environment, which is why you see a lot of Pawpaw patches, and it's harder to get them to thrive in other conditions. So when you pull this thing out of the fruit, you have 3 days basically before it loses 20% of its viability. If it dries out, 20% of its viability is gone right out the window. It's almost like driving a car off a lot. You're losing a lot of value right off the get-go. So when they break down inside of the fruit, you know, as that fruit's breaking down, it's keeping that seed moist, which is what they really, really like. And as it's breaking down, it's staying moist around the seed, it's falling into the soil, and that's why you have a lot of pawpaw patches, because as that breaks down, it keeps that seed in the right climate, or the right temperament for the seed to actually become a really, really viable seed. Now when we get into trying to dry them out or freezing them or anything like that, we lose a lot of that viability. I mean, 20% is a lot. They're already hard to germinate. Now you're losing 20% of your viability on them. It's really hard to germinate seeds. So the fact that I didn't get any to germinate, some of the other channels involved in this didn't get any to germinate, doesn't really surprise me a ton. But of course, that's not going to stop me from trying to grow more. See, I got some more seeds here from Lapeer Seeds, if you guys ever heard of them. If you guys are not familiar with the Heirloom Seed Company Spotlight Series, get ready because it's coming back. And these guys are going to be one of the features. Oh man, I feel like we're just packing this thing ton of information about pawpaws into this video. So while we're at it, we might as well do a little bit more. You know, pawpaw is a lot like a super food out there, right? Think about survival type foods, man. The pawpaw is right up there. There is 2% fat inside the pawpaw, which makes it very, very kind of on the same playing field as an avocado, right? Having a high fat percentage in a fruit like that is really, really helpful in making it a good survival food. Oh hey, come here. Rah, boom. Hey bud, what's up? Hi, what you doing? You want to talk about pawpaws?
Car.
Oh, a car. Can you say pawpaw? Can you say pawpaw? Can you say pawpaw? Just brum brum brum. What you got in your hand? You got a car? Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Alright. So back to the fact that it's a superfood. Pawpaws are a superfood. They're packed full of vitamin C, magnesium, iron, copper, potassium. Tons and tons of good stuff inside that. So you know, this is why it was a very popular fruit back in the day. Why we got away from it, I'm not sure. I guess there is the one thing that is the reason we don't really see it all over the place, is the fact that it doesn't travel well, right? I think one of the other reasons we don't see a ton of pawpaws out there is the wildness factor of them. People actually love to go on wild pawpaw hunts, right? I've done it myself. Every time I go out in the woods, I'm always looking up everywhere I go, trying to see if I can find some pawpaw trees. There's like a thrill in it, right? If you find a wild pawpaw, and you're most likely going to find a whole patch of pawpaw trees. And you know, sometimes things are really excited when you get to hunt for them and find them. It's kind of like hunting mushrooms or anything like that, right? So you want to spend that time out in the woods enjoying it, and hopefully you get lucky and find yourself one. Alright, so I got a couple pots here. We are going to get some planting done on these pawpaw seeds. I got 2 of them. I'm going to try 2 again. That's what we did last year. We'll see if we have any better luck this year. One thing is that last year I put these out and I had squirrels digging around in these big old buckets. But if you watch the channel earlier in the spring, you see that I built this nice little, well, I didn't build it. I reinforced an Amazon greenhouse. You know, a little 20-buck cheapo. I put a nice frame on it with a good wooden door. I can actually latch this up if I want to. It holds this tight. So I'm going to put them in there. Nothing will get in there and dig around in those pots, so they'll actually be able to have a good chance. Pawpaw seeds do have to cold stratify, which means they have to spend like 4 or 5 months in cold weather before they actually become good viable seeds that will sprout in the spring. I do think I will be able to put a couple maybe in the fridge like we did last year. If you guys seen that video, I'll just link it. Let me show you these pawpaw seeds that we got from Lapeer Seeds here. They're a little browner than what our other ones were. So we are going to see, what do we got here? 5 pawpaw seeds. That's quite a bit. We can put 1 in each pot. We can put another 1 in the ground if we wanted, and then we could try to cold stratify a couple in the fridge, which we'll probably do that again too. So if you did catch my other video about pawpaws and cold stratifying all those seeds, there's a few things that you already know Transplanting pawpaws is actually a very hard thing. I was lucky. One of the pawpaws I actually have growing on the property right now was a transplant, and we got very lucky with it. What they do is they grow a really, really long taproot. So I got like this big pot here. It's pretty deep. You know, year one, obviously, if we can grow it in here, it'll be easier to transplant than like later down the road. Once those taproots get going, man, they really take off. Plant that guy down in there. Plant this one down, bam, there. All right, hopefully we'll be able to hide these away from those squirrels and won't be digging in them, and we actually have some success this year. Now I'm only gonna try to sprout, I'm only gonna cold stratify and sprout one package of these seeds that I got. And I got this other package here, guys. If you know anything about this channel, all winter long we always do a seed swap with all of our viewers, all of you awesome gardeners out there. What it is, we've changed seeds, stuff we saved ourselves, stuff that I bought like this that are just cool, and put them in an envelope. I mail it out to somebody at random from our comment section of the videos, and it comes back, right? Everybody loves the seed swap, the big pink envelope. A lot of people know it now. That is going to be starting again this month, guys, so keep an eye out, because in the next week or two the pink envelope is going to be making its first appearance, and we will be looking for our first person to change some seeds with. So this will be in there. Lucky first person will be able to pick them up some Paw Paw seeds in the seed swap. But we're going to throw these other three that we got here, yeah, oh no, two, I just dropped it, into an envelope, and we're going to try to put them in the fridge with a little dirt. Actually, we're going to put them in a Ziploc baggie. Where's it at? Alright, so we put two in those pots out there, and I'm going to put the other three inside this envelope. I think we'll throw this other one back in there just for fun. What we're going to do is put a little bit of water in this envelope, and we're going to throw this in the freezer, and it's going to sit there for the next 4 to 7 months. Somewhere around there is what they need to be cold stratified. So we'll see how it all works out then. But that's it, man. I hope you guys got a lot of good information about the pawpaw tree in this video. It's one of the things I'm most fascinated. In fact, if you want to read this book, this will be good winter reading for all of you guys. You will fall in love with the pawpaw. I hear that this book is absolutely tremendous, so I'll put a link down below for it so you guys can find it. And that's it, man. You guys know the saying, be bold and grow bold, and you know what? Of course. We'll see you in that very next video.